This episode is brought to you by Elevate OS, the only all-in-one community operating system. Elevate OS transforms property management, combining resident engagement, reservations, rent payments, maintenance, and concierge services into a single super app. It also uniquely integrates access control, intercoms, package lockers, and thermostats, eliminating app fatigue and redefining modern apartment living. Visit elevateos.com/MMN for a free demo and see how they can help you level up your operations. Welcome to another episode of the Multifamily Collective. Today, before we get started, I wanted to remind you again to RSVP for the Podcast Palooza, the second annual. It's going to be bigger and better than ever. It is in Las Vegas. It is at the same time, or roughly the same time, as the National Apartment Association's Apartmentalize Conference. I believe we're taking Tuesday night, the Tuesday night slot after 8 o'clock. And I just encourage you to go by our website at the multifamilymedianetwork.com and RSVP today. Okay, let's talk about, we're continuing this Thereby series. I'm starting to love this Thereby series, and I'm starting to see a through line in this, and you probably have too by this point in time. But the topic we're talking about today is team members who actively do the bare minimum in your organization just to get by. Actively do the bare minimum. If you gave them a checklist of 10 things to do, guess what they're going to do? Those 10 things. If you give them a checklist with 30 days to get it done, guess what? Guess how long they're going to take to get that done? Yep, all 30 days. These individuals, now, some of us might argue that individuals like this play a role in an organization. Every organization has people who just do the bare minimum as a function of their job. They're going to never step outside the boundaries. They're just going to do what it takes to get by and to get a paycheck. And that might be okay in a sustainable business or in a business that's been in place for a very long bit of time and is doing very well. My guess is that none of you are like that, right? You see that type of individual in an organization, thereby producing outcomes in your business that aren't keeping pace with the accelerating change of pace in the world today. You see those individuals as a drag on your organization. Now, if you're a proactive leader, you're going to do a couple of things about that. We've talked about this. I keep repeating these phrases, but they are phrases that are incredibly important to your leadership journey, and that is teaching, training, mentoring, coaching. Teaching, training, mentoring, coaching. In this scenario, if you have individuals in your organization that are just doing the bare minimum and you're in startup mode, you're in a mode of pivoting your business to try to keep pace with a business climate that is changing at such a rapid pace, it's very hard to keep up. If you see people like that in your organization, you either need to teach them, train them, mentor them, or coach them, and help them understand the landscape on a go forward. If the landscape is changing at such a rapid pace that your organization has to pivot to keep up with it, you need individuals that are going to be willing to put on their track shoes, lace them up tightly with double knots so they don't come loose when you're running down the track. You want individuals like that in your organization. You either have to teach and train or mentor or coach and bring those people along that haven't been that have just been showing up, doing the 10 things in the right amount of time, turning it in, going home. If you want to create different outcomes in your business, you have to get people on board. Or, we've said this before too, if you can't change people, you have to change people. You have to gear yourself differently in today's business climate so that you can run at a pace that is in advance of your competitors. Otherwise, your competitors are going to run right by you. And you're not even going to see it. They're going to run by so fast that you're not going to see them run by you. And then all of a sudden, you're going to wake up one day and you're going to be very behind. And it's because you were tolerant and accepting of individuals in your organization that just don't move the pace of business anymore. It's not that they're bad people. It's just that your business has changed. The climate has changed. You've pivoted your organization, and the organization has left them behind. So teach, train, coach, mentor those individuals and make sure they can keep a pace or help them find a place where they can thrive and be enriched by their work environment. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.